Right, back on air. Hoping you guys are picking this one up, unfortunately. Right, looks like you're dropping in, which is good. Fun and games are streaming. As soon as the game crashes, the stream ends. I would think they would probably put something along those lines of a nuke. This is not boding too well. It still says loading. Oh, we've loaded. There must be server connection things going on. It was giving me another heart attack where I thought the game had crashed again. It's a beta. That's all it is. Hopefully it's not a hardware issue that I've got. Hopefully it's all that is. I think it was just a load of bug fixes and stuff like that. Nothing significant, but it was like, oh, let's fire up a game. And yeah, the download took forever. Absolute forever. So I guess everybody's downloading it. It was just very slow on PlayStation. I had no problems on the Xbox. I just fired up my Xbox and the game patch was already installed. I don't get why Sony doesn't do that, even though the options are enabled in the system settings. I'm hoping it's still loading. Is it the final hours of the beta and the game is going to stop playing maybe? I don't know. I hope not. As long as it keeps animating, I'm okay. Oh, right, okay. It could be my geo filter. I don't know. So I will let it cover the world because obviously it needed to talk to a server. That's what I'm hoping. So effectively I've turned my geo filter off for a second just to get some games. And once it's behaving itself, hopefully the volume levels now are not too high or better. Right.
Team deathmatch.
Play with a Thompson.
Show what you're made of, soldier.
See if we can turn this losing game into a winning one.
Remember your training. He's moving.
Oh, what settings have I got this on? Just been playing on the Xbox, you see, as well, so sometimes I will have it on a slightly higher setting. Well, I'm being shot from C-Dom, so I'm running away. Oh, did I get flamed in the back? No, it's just one of those shotguns with flames, incendiary shotguns. Well,
Enemy down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. Oh, I think extended mags would be good. Yeah, I mean, I was playing on the Xbox earlier with no geofilter on because I didn't want to have to go through a boot or reboot sequence for playing back on PlayStation 4 because of it wanted to lock out servers and jazz, which it does occasionally. Gonna run this way. It's nice to have like deads. Oh my god! Oh my god! They all spawned there. That was fun. Hey. Hello, Germany.
Recon searching for targets.
It's dangerous. I know. Oh. Yeah, sometimes I wish. It's always nice to know that people, you know. I don't have any Netduma contracts and stuff, but it's nice to hear when people got a Netduma and have a better gaming experience. You know, I'm not like Drifter or any of those dudes who have like go buy this thing with a discount code or anything like that. There is no oh, we spawn there. But once you got it tuned in, I mean the geo filter definitely helps for sure, and the congestion control, although not perfect. Oh jeez, definitely helps. Yeah, preemptive, certainly in the UK, works really well. I shared my vids, thanks very much. This is dangerous.
Enemy recon aircraft observed. We lost some good men today. Collect the wounded and get back to the CP.
But I don't have geofilter on at the moment. I've turned it off just because we had some issues. We've got people from all over the world. So hopefully now we are talking to all the servers it needs to talk to. I'll back out of this lobby and see what happens. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I mean, anybody who is sponsored, etc., by a company, you go, are they really telling the truth? You know, when it's your own money, you've invested in a piece of kit, you tend to say what you think about it genuinely. The Netduma is good, but it's definitely not perfect, and I can't wait to get my hands on the Netduma OS, but no news on when that's coming out. I mentioned in my last stream, being the last night stream rather than the broken up stream of today, let me come out of this lobby, that they basically rewrote it from the ground up, and they completely underestimated the amount of time required to do that. And obviously they are testing it heavily because they've got to get it right. They can't release it with lots of bugs because Netduma will just go bust, you know. They've only got the one product, so they can't afford to get it wrong. The original launch date for Duma OS was, they used the American format of fall last year, so fall 2016, so autumn, like now-ish, last year it was coming out. And then it was spring this year. And then I think they've decided to give up on giving dates. It's coming soon. We'll keep you updated.
Team deathmatch.
Oh man. But I was
Stay wary. Pick your shot.
Yeah, just a little. But they've only got like a Ian is like the main developer. He's the brains behind it, you know. So I don't know if they've got a development team. I suppose they have. Gonna be dangerous. Oh, I nudged my right bumper button. I've got to get out of that habit. I accidentally do that on my Xbox One controller. I heard a grenade pull this way. You spawning this direction? What are we? We're Germans. I heard the American voices, that's why I had to go and go. Which side are we playing?
Enemy strafing run incoming. Get to cover.
See? The battle chatter is absolutely whoop, I'm getting out of there, I'm running. I'm barely. Oh my god. When's the beta end? 6 o'clock tonight, so an hour and a half. That's why I thought I'd do another stream. Because I have, as you guys can be telling, I am liking this game. I know there is some hate for it here and there, and I talked about that last night. Didn't get him. You know, I'm seriously concentrating there. No. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my god. Modes like that are fun. You don't get that type of gaming experience in Infinite Warfare. I certainly never had that type of experience in Infinite Warfare. Oh, damn. Oh, let's go and try and juice him. Yeah. No, especially you have been stuck on the motorway. I love the jump shots. Oh my goodness. But I don't know if they're going to tone down the battle chatter. But it's a real oh god, important piece of, yeah, I do like, so I think the battle chatter is really important. Oh, he gets me jump shot there, or attempt to, didn't pay off. Hi Higgsy, how you doing, man? Oh, shot in the back. Oh dear.
Enemy mortar fire incoming. Fall back.
Ah, we lost. Hey, Lucas, how you doing? You enjoying this game? I do love the sound of this Thompson machine gun. I just love the way it sounds. I really am. But earlier today I was you're not really. Is that because you want you like the jumping around in the air and jetpacks and stuff? Yeah, I think we've all experienced you know, what the beep moments for sure. And I certainly did this weekend, or for the first couple of days on Xbox, I was raging. Seriously raging. Not a good place to be. I'm hoping it's not crashed again, or it wants to talk to a server that it can't talk to, because they've switched one off or something. Can I leave this lobby? I'm hoping it's not crashed again. The final few hours of the game. Yes. I've opened up the geo. They must have got a bug with the thing on the PS4, because I haven't really played it. Just opened up the geo filter again. Just cover more of Europe. I'm guessing it's complete speculation that there's a server that it wants to talk to, that the geo filter is blocking at the end of the game. Yeah, we've all got that shoot first, die first type moments.
Advance and take position.
The thing that annoys me is quickscoping.
Remember your training. Make us proud.
It would be nice if they can extend it, but I got a sneaky feeling they're not going to, and we'll find out in about an hour and a half. Always like to pick up another gun. I'm trying to stop. Oh my god. It's like, which one do I shoot first? I'm trying to stop the compulsive reloading as I demonstrated last night. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? I definitely went in the right direction, but that was a bit too head on. Oh, whoa, oh, whoa, something's going wrong now. It's all freezing up on me. Okay. It's got to be the servers all playing up
searching for targets.
The end of the game. Maybe they're starting to turn off the servers, and maybe that's why I'm hitting problems. Or maybe it's to do with the PS4 update. I don't know. Because I thought the game was completely freezing up, because it was just like frame rate loss. It was just like 1 frame a second type thing, and I was not too. I was like, it's going to crash again. They're all stuck at the home spawn. I think it'd be cool when I get extended mags on this particular gun, but I'll have to probably wait until the real, until the game really launches to get that. That's got reasonable range there. Right, we're still spawning that direction. Oh my god. We're oh man, I was focusing on picking up another gun. I still think this game is Russia friendly. The mountain class, which I'm using right now, granted, there's no suppressor on it. I've got Ghost, I've got Dead Silence. I think it's a reasonable compromise, and as Drift said, this game at the moment feels very SMG rewarding. So it's not, you know, basically can't run around with assault rifles, but although I get where he's coming from as well, I do like the STG. That's got some serious rapid fire, so I still think you can, but we've only seen what, 4 maps in total, so I expect there to be different maps that cater for different playstyles. You know, I know everybody hated on this game who prefer the Aachen map, for example, because the first 3 maps that came out were so, oh, that's just bad timing, were so SMG orientated because they were close quarters, but the last map that got introduced at this weekend is so sniper, camper and everything. Ugh. Hi sign. I'm assuming that's German because I can't understand it, but welcome to the stream and I hope you enjoyed.
Nailed him! Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover. Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Right. I did hear footsteps. Oh, no! I know a lot of people complain that they can't hear footsteps, and I certainly was one of them for weekend 1, but I do think that they've tweaked it. So I can hear footsteps better. And as always, a lot of this... My God. A lot of this is anticipation, prediction of where they're going to be. I heard sounds. Right, I'm not going to get focused on that. I'm not going to get focused on that. So one of the things is that you tend to get focused and too much on something. Are they all going to... Damn, give my position away. And then I die because I get fixated on like Adon. Oh, he's dead. Whoa, I'm gonna be dead. I'm gonna run this way. So I need some. Oh, that was so cat and mouse. That was ridiculous. So I really do like this gun. I like the PPSH, and I think the PPSH has got better, longer engagement, but this gun is very, very nice.
Recon airborne, searching for targets.
Here's the Type 100, which is totally not my cup of tea. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, I understand the footsteps. They're not as loud, but at least it's not Advanced Warfare like where you couldn't hear footsteps at all apart from your own teammates. You could hear your teammates' footsteps but none of the enemy's footsteps. In this game you can hear them, providing they're not running with dead silence from the mountain class, but they're not massively loud. Hello, Fanese from Australia. I dread to think what time it is over there. Is it like approaching 5 o'clock in the morning? I don't know. Oh. I did expect them to be over there, spawn, but he's camping there.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Where have I spawned? Where have I spawned?
Follow me.
I just love it when they say, "Follow me! I'm over here. Come and shoot me. I'm over here." Yeah, well, everybody is going to rocket. I normally run around with the airborne class, but it's like I was glad that I didn't have to play too much sniper-wise. Oh god. To unlock the dead silence, because weekend 1 it certainly was the case that you had to
Take pride in your accomplishment today.
use a sniper rifle to rank up that division faster. You ended up ranking up your effectively your other class, so your SMG class, your airborne class. You were ranking up whilst playing with an SMG on a mountain class division thing. 148. Oh, okay, so almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Nice. Well, thank you for staying up so late. But I guess, have you been playing the beta as well? I guess at this late. It's only recently when they've gone up to what the 100 points that I've had a couple of games that haven't gone full time, but on the whole it's a lot better than the quick 4 to 6 minute games that it has been. Ooh, advanced rifling. So yeah, I've been doing grip and quick draw, but let's put the extended, because I still treat SMGs at times like an assault rifle and try to shoot people at longer distances than you should do. But the waffle, or however it's pronounced, the WAF, sorry, I keep thinking of waffle because somebody on YouTube put a waffle thing up on their YouTube thumbnail. Anyway, that I find is very close quarters, and I don't like the gun. Let's try some domination. I take it my voice and game sound is about the right mix. You can hear me relatively clearly and the game sound is not too overpowering. Okay, Darth, thanks for stopping by and cheers, appreciate it. Fantastic, thanks very much, Lucas. I had great fun games getting this sounding right, because obviously the PS4 is doing all the streaming. If I do more streaming in the future, I may invest in a newer laptop or a more powerful laptop, so I don't have to end up quitting streams when games crash and all that jazz. And I have more control on volumes and stuff. Well, it's a good opportunity for them to test stuff if they brought out an update right at the end to see what effect does it do. They might be gathering more data. Okay, Lucas. Thanks very much for stopping by. See you later. Sure, great. Good, good. Earlier on when I was testing, without actually streaming, because I accidentally figured out a way of finding out what my voice sounds like without watching the stream live, if you know what I mean. And I had some excellent gaming moments. I've got that captured and that'll come up in another video, so that should be a good one. I just say it's got some excitement in it, so it was good. It was good fun. I was like, oh, this is cool. So yeah, looking forward to bringing that in a future video. I guess they're winding down the servers. I don't know. It just seems to be taking longer to get into the games now. Yeah, and there we go. Right, so I think they're turning off servers. I'm going to have just to turn off, keep my geo filter off now. So you're just going to see effectively a buffer bloat optimized with a congestion control with no geo filter. So style gameplay. So I just had a higher speed purely for getting a very low ping. Geo filter settings, no real difference for me. But geo filter definitely
Sending motor rounds, zone and sweep.
Makes it more
Recon airborne.
playable. You got him. Oh my god. Right. Here, grenades galore.
Recon aircraft ready for mission. Recon searching for targets.
I've sort of got used to playing this map. For my play style. As I die. Sometimes you'll get like 2 kills from that glidey bomb, but majority of times I will just get the one.
Fritz X bomb mission underway. Recon airborne.
I can hear voices. Lots of puffing and huffing. You coming around that way? Damn. I can hear footsteps. Is that my teammate to my right, I think. Oh!
Protect the drop zone.
Damn, that was close. I am so liking this gun.
Firing primary Enemy battery. Target position confirmed.
Oh, no. Sometimes I get a bit too aggressive and I do a full auto like that rather than bursting, which is definitely not a good idea. Oh, nope. Hi, Philu. I hope I get the pronunciations right. You'll forgive me, I'm sure. Oh, was that quickscope? Yep. Don't want to watch. Seen way too many times being quickscoped. It's like, no, thank you. So what? Yeah, we're running out of time.
We carried the day.
What's the target?
Well, I'll try and remember and select domination. How many times have you guys seen quickscopers in the final kill cam? Hands up. So that was us thinking that they were going to unlock it to rank 40 or something, but they didn't. Can I tweak this anymore? No, no. Okay, that's fine. I'm still quite surprised that you had to like turn off the division and then go back to mountain to get like dead silence and all that stuff. That'll be fixed. Yeah, no. I have got a nice little clip of some quickscoping. It's just nuts, absolutely nuts. But I certainly hope I selected domination. I certainly hope that they dial it down, because the number of times I've seen the quickscope to the right or left of a person and the bullet suddenly magically sort of drift over to the left and hit him center mass, I have no idea, but that's just ridiculous. Is this loading domination? This new patch certainly seems to have longer loading times. I don't know if it's also server connected and they're going to say I can't find the server. Yeah. We'll give a domination one more try. Otherwise, I guess because we've only got an hour left, it would be probably TDM. This is looking promising. I've got the loading screen anyway of the map, but we'll see if it goes back to the black screen and then just bails on me again. Whoa, good. for Domination. And my controller's signed out. It's got to at least do it once a stream.
Domination.
Right.
Move out and take position. Hostiles inbound. Taking B.
I don't want to cap A.
Enemy has Bertha. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Taking B.
Oh, let's get B, let's get B, let's get B. Right, he's coming around to the left.
Enemy strafing run inbound. Fall back.
Oh,
Enemy contact at Bertha.
I still find it weird the way they pronounce beta or beta. That was terrible shooting. Terrible.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Recon airborne. Capturing Bertha. Losing objective Kaiser. Being captured. Kaiser is taken. Counter-attack.
Oh,
Enemy capturing Bertha. Enemy strafing run inbound. Fall back. Enemy contact at Bertha. Sending motor rounds. Zone and sweep.
right, if we get C, we relatively...
Closing with Kaiser. Strafing run inbound. A captured.
Well, we captured it at least.
Enemy capturing Kaiser.
Oh.
Kaiser is taken. Counter-attack. Taking B. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Kaiser locked down. Losing objective Kaiser.
Come on, I saw you. There, my aim is off.
Enemy capturing Ayrton. Fighter pilot inbound. Strafing the car. Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover. Capturing Bertha. Dropping Fritz X-bomb. Securing Bertha. Enemy fighter pilot.
Oh.
Enemy taking A. Enemy recon
So I haven't
aircraft in
played
the
too
air.
much of Domination at the moment, but I do think I'll be playing a lot more, you know, with the teammates and that jazz on launch. But it's always challenging to play objective game mode solo when you get a random mix of teammates. You know what I mean?
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Oh, nope. Nope. I did hear him. Just. The beat is only available for like the next hour, and then, ooh, I might mix it. Let's put that one.
All positions in enemy hands. Good work. Prepare for the next advance.
Yeah, it looks like they're turning off the servers. That's why I've had to turn my geofilter off, so I'm going to have some not so nice connections now. But that's the way it goes. I'm on a France dedicated server right now. I got people from all over the world. Just a minute. What the thing is, 30 milliseconds is varying between 25 and 30 milliseconds for a ping.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Hmm.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Really need to shoot down that UAV, wherever it is. I've got an AFK. Love
Enemy
it.
bomb incoming. Get to cover.
So we get a sneaky feeling we ain't gonna win.
Kaiser.
Oh, you saw the lag. I'm sure you saw the lag.
We control all objectives. Hold the line. Fighter strike inbound. Find cover. Enemy contact at Anton. Anton is overrun. Need reinforcements. Enemy capturing Bertha. On the balcony.
Oh.
Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Enemy capturing Bertha. Enemy contact at Bertha. Enemy taking B. Enemy strafing run inbound. Fall back.
Well, I'm glad our team's winning,
Enemy taking B.
he says. Was.
B is lost.
Oh. They did the same to me. I don't have a tactical there.
Securing Bertha.
Let's go A then.
Closing with Anton. Anton locked down. Enemy recon aircraft in the air.
Oh.
Taking B.
Ooh, nasty. You can tell the servers are all going, that's shutting them down. So,
Securing Bertha. Enemy taking A.
right, where is my PPSH?
Anton is overrun.
Ultimate try-hard gun.
Reinforcements. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Enemy fighter line. Fall back.
Brr.
recon aircraft in the air. Enemy contact at Kaiser.
Yeah, I feel like it's just me playing the objective at the moment. It's frustrating. It's a bit slow. So have you guys enjoyed the beta as a whole?
Closing with Anton. Anton locked down. Enemy recon aircraft in the air. Enemies in the boat. Taking B.
Oh.
Enemy mortar fire incoming. Fall back. Anton is lost.
Yeah.
Enemy fighter pilots. Fall back.
What do I think that needs fixing? I definitely think that they've got to get make sure the lobby balancing is right. I don't think it's too bad, but
good men today.
they have to have lobby balancing and skill-based matchmaking to some degree. But they've got to tweak that, because if you're against complete try-hard teams all the time, you know, you got a team of noobs. I haven't seen too much of it, but you know, skill-based matchmaking is definitely in there just because of how close games are typically. You know, there's typically just a few points in it, but the code that they got for peer-to-peer definitely has to be fixed. It's because as soon as the dailies go, we're using old code. It feels like it's because the gaming experience versus dailies is miles apart. Do you guys have any preference for what game mode or whatever you want to see next? Just wondering what the rapid fire is going to be like on this instead. It's definitely still going to need that. No, it's not that I unlocked rapid fire on. What is it? I don't know what it's telling me. Kill confirmed. Yeah, I'd love to see some kill confirmed. Let's mosh pit and try and get a kill confirmed, because I've not played a single kill confirmed game yet in this World War II. Not one. It will say kill confirmed and then it put me into something else, team deathmatch. So I'll try this out a few times, see if I get, and then I'll get thrown into team deathmatch. So I stay in the mosh pit and hope that kill confirmed comes up.
Team deathmatch. Eliminate the enemy team. Line them up. Enemy recon aircraft observed.
Oh, all the rations. I want to see if I can flank. Oh, the thing I tell you I don't like is the player character collision. So that's the one thing they got right in Infinite Warfare. Because right now your teammates can push you out the way or block you and stuff, where in Infinite Warfare that's about the only one thing that they got right. Oh, they're in our home spawn. Yeah. Hi, no. How do I pronounce that? Nazi? Hello.
Enemy recon aircraft observed.
Ooh. Oh, somebody's got akimbos or something there, haven't they? Yeah. He was just sitting in there in a corner, wasn't he? Yes. Yeah, I think the hit markers seem okay. In general, I haven't felt on a massive basis of like what the heck. My sensitivity might set. It might just be just. I'm gonna up that by 1 for a second. Go. There we go. In general, I haven't felt too many BS moments, but the thing typically with COD that's broken and still feels broken even in this one is parties. It can be very hit and miss the way the lag compensation code works. You know, some. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to change my settings. Because it does feel very weird. It's just the playability. And so it does feel somebody's in our own spawn. Are you coming this way or there?
Care package on the way. Protect the drop zone.
Come on, get.
Our advance failed. Pull back to the MLR.
But gaming in parties does seem to be hit and miss. Weekend 1, absolutely fine. And weekend 2, it seems a bit more questionable. If they can get that working correctly, for me, that's more important. That when you're gaming with mates and you're in a party, that it's a good gaming experience. You know, compared to when you're gaming solo, you shouldn't all be getting penalised in some sort of negative way, and where you're getting hit markers galore. That's the only bad thing I could say about this game at the moment, apart from the player model collision that we keep getting, which is a bit annoying. So I wonder if we're going to get a kill confirmed game. Because we've got team deathmatch quite a bit. Have any of you played kill confirmed in this World War II game? Or is it just an elusive game mode that nobody can get to play?
Team deathmatch. Time to show what you're made of, soldier. Mission begins now. Remember your training.
I was hoping for a grenade kill there, but damn, didn't pay off. Ooh. I might change my sensitivity down on... No, yeah, I have changed it down on both. Oh, it. 3 versus the rest of the team. Yeah, this ain't gonna be nice.
Bewegt sich!
Oh, mini-map awareness there. The jump shot saves me so many times. So many times. I think the healing up rate though is about right, and it's like, oh, I could have done with healing up faster there to take me into the next gunfight, but oh, one to my left too. Yeah, I know they go on about like 64 players, and that's why I think I preferred Battlefield, because it was 12v12. I mean, on the PlayStation 3. It seemed about the right number. But, oh, you're camping in the back while spawn. They've really got to fix this map, because this map is not so friendly, shall we say.
Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover.
See? They just... I find they patrol the back of the spawn a lot. Is there another gun here? There it is. Right, you go and act as a decoy.
Enemy mortar fire incoming. Fall back.
Oh, that's terrible.
Recon aircraft observed.
Terrible shooting by me.
Get to cover.
Oh man. See, you can tell when you don't have daddies, and I'm playing against players not local to me. I mean, what am I doing? 6 and 10. Woo! Yeah. I tell you, these stairs here, or rails or whatever you want to call them, they're not. You can't shoot through them. You cannot shoot through them, and so enemies can just like be behind those and head glitch you effectively. It's not good. I'm sure I saw somebody. Right, let's change my class. STG time. There you go, do you see him? So they just run around the back to come in for their kill, and that's what I do, and it doesn't force the spawns. It doesn't force a flipping of the spawns. See? The beta finishes at 6 o'clock, so about half an hour or so's time. So they typically run along the back here.
Recon airborne.
So I think they've got to fix this map. Or fix the spawn so it forces a flip. Oh, see, I got fixated on the dude on the top of the stairs. I knew he was there because I could see him on the minimap.
Azon bomb mission underway. Strafing run inbound.
Come on, out the way. So there's the shoot first, die first scenario. Certainly felt like it anyway. Nah, they always camp there. Normally there's a sniper there. Normally. See what I mean? So I spawned here, everybody else did, and the enemy's patrolling the area right behind us to shoot us in the back. Terrible.
Follow me.
How do I stay calm? I don't normally stay calm. This is because I'm streaming. Somehow, don't ask me how, I don't know what the magic is, I'm staying relatively calm. Oh man, it's like deep breath, close your eyes, and relax. It's only a game! Right, PPSH time. The ultimate tryhard class. See what happens. But I think I'm going to have to find a different lobby. Feels like we've got a particular group of campers on one side against less experienced players on the other side, and yeah, it's not enjoyable. And this map for me, for TDM, is just too slow. It's being played very slowly at the moment. Yay, got a kill. Woo! Got a kill, man. Got a kill.
Call for a strafing run. Recon airborne.
me. Crap. I think crap is about as far as you're going to get. Good luck. It's got to be family friendly, yeah?
Lost some good men today. Collect the wounded.
It's very difficult to flank, and typically I use smoke grenades to help, and for whatever reason I wasn't using smoke grenades there, but typically that's what I do. But I'm sure you guys experience it too when you're in a team of randoms, and all those team of randoms just what I would describe bunch up like grapes, so they're all in the same area of the map. So all you need is one grenade, one piece of C4, and boom, your entire team's wiped out. It was feeling a little bit like that, but yeah, this is my least favourite map for sure. I've had some good games on it. I've got some very nice gameplay on this map. I'll be sharing that in another future video too, because it's like, yay. Then for those of you who are rushers, because I'm traditionally a rusher, I can't sit back, snipe in a head glitch spot for the entire game. I'd just be bored out of my mind. Just give you an interesting way of seeing that map in an interesting light. Right, I'm going to leave that lobby and hope that I can find another lobby with less campers. And I really would like, not the same map. I'd really like to have at least one game of Kill Confirmed. Have you? I haven't searched YouTube. Has anybody posted gameplay for Kill Confirmed on this game? Hardpoint? Nope. Domination. Kill Confirmed, but will he be Kill Confirmed, or will he be thrown into some other map? Hardpoint. I've not seen any Kill Confirmed gameplay. I haven't been actively looking. I only subscribe to YouTubers that I'm interested in, i.e. those who generally tell you what they think about the game, and not what people feel like are being paid for by Activision to say, you know what I mean? Being a bit skeptical, but
Hardpoint is being overrun. Need reinforcements. Hardpoint location confirmed.
Hi, Battler Gaming, how are you? Oh, I was lucky there. I just had to. Maybe not so lucky in a second.
Hardpoint is secure.
Right.
Hardpoint is being overrun. Need reinforcements.
I have to remember, I'm playing Hardpoint, not TDM.
Hardpoint is in enemy hands.
That was nice.
Hardpoint is in enemy hands. Hardpoint is secure.
Right, I'm trying to
Pilot inbound, strafing the
keep a
target.
buffer zone. Oh, I got knifed. So we can actually get some points by keeping them safe around it. Where's that going to be? In the bunker? Near the bunker? Oh, I wonder if it's on the top of the trenchy thing. Or was it a dom?
Hardpoint locked down.
Oh.
Enemy holds the
A lot
hardpoint.
of people actually do tell me that they bought Netduma because of me. I don't know if the Netduma themselves know that and realise that. Obviously I don't get paid a sausage, and I do it purely to help people. to get a better gaming experience. I do have to. I don't know about breaking. I mean, you probably what you probably talking about is bugs. You having to reboot it on a regular basis, because I find I do as well. That's why we're looking forward to the next. I'm gonna try and flank them. Yeah, I don't know how many. I've never asked to be sponsored, but I don't know how many people get Netdumas because of my videos, more of my videos than others. You know, you've got other big YouTubers out there who've done so-called reviews on it, and will have a 5% discount code or something along those lines, I'm sure, because they normally have those kind of buy-in type deals. But when I've seen bigger YouTubers, and I'm thinking of one that I won't name because my respect for him on his technical capability went downhill, unfortunately.
Recon airborne, searching for targets.
I just want to get some points. We need some points.
We're breaking their backs.
Where are they coming from? Where are they coming from?
Hardpoint is being overrun. Need reinforcements. Hardpoint is being overrun. Need reinforcements.
It was just me.
Need reinforcements.
You're one for 90 quid. Nice. I think I at launch. I got mine at launch, whenever that was. Advanced Warfare time. I think it was like supposedly on offer back then, like, I don't know, so like £125 or something, but it's now like 150 or something along those lines. I don't know, I don't pay too much attention. It's not cheap, but a lot of anything that's gaming related is not considered cheap. Well, we're in a much better connection based lobby here. Much better. We're being shot at from the back.
Hardpoint is being overrun. Need reinforcements.
$200 for is it, I'm guessing your wife spanned you. Oh dear. Oh, they're upstairs. Did it completely, like when you say, cut out during streaming, do you mean it just completely disconnects you from the internet? Is that what you mean?
Hardpoint is being overrun. Need reinforcements. Hardpoint is in our hands. Hardpoint is in enemy hands.
Oh no, it's not. It's not in enemy's hands.
Hardpoint is in enemy hands. Recon aircraft scrambled. Recon airborne, searching for targets.
Oh.
Recon airborne, searching for targets. Enemy holds the hard point.
God. I'll read the chat again in a second. Just because I'm doing ish well. Okay, our team is spawning up that end.
Recon flight concluded.
In the radar bunker. That's where I'm gonna die.
Fritz X bomb ready. Care package descending. Protect the drop zone. Hardpoint is in enemy hands. Dropping Fritz X bomb. Hardpoint is in enemy hands. Enemy holds the hardpoint.
I just want to know if I can get some paratroopers. That's what I'd like. So I'm concentrating. Really concentrating. To hope I don't muck it up. But,
hardpoint is being overrun. Need reinforcements.
sort of running in the wrong way around maps at the moment. I don't want to run that way. I always die.
Zone and sweep. Hardpoint is being overrun. Need reinforcements.
Where's the hard point? No. I'm gonna die. Oh wow.
Keep this up and you will find yourself on the Eastern Front.
I don't use Wi-Fi for the gaming perspective, and I would never recommend using Wi-Fi because you're going to have higher latency, so you should always have Ethernet cable. And even if you don't want to have wires around the house, you can have these things called power line adapters, which you can plug into your electrical sockets, and they use the electricity wires in your house as like Ethernet, and then before you can connect to your router. I'd always recommend that, especially with this game. You don't want to be playing with Wi-Fi. You want the lowest latency possible because of the so-called 60 Hz dedicated servers, apart from when you get to go peer to peer and it doesn't play so nice. Just trying to scroll through the comments. Yeah, I'll be sticking to this for the next 20 minutes or so. But I have been thinking about maybe doing some Battlefield on the Xbox One, because I own it on Xbox. I own Battlefield 1 on Xbox One. I think I've got Battlefield on the PS4 for Battlefield 4. So I may stream some. Be a complete noob. I haven't played Battlefield 4 for ages. I didn't play it that much because of my frustrations with the game. I do own Battlefield 1, but I haven't played it. I'll try it out, see what I think, and I believe I can do Twitch on the Xbox One. I don't think there's a YouTube streaming on the Xbox One itself via the app. The Twitch app allows you to stream / broadcast, as they call it. But if you know that I can do YouTube, let me know. So I'm trying to avoid having to buy another PC or laptop to do the streaming stuff. I want to see if I like it and how it goes.
Hardpoint. New hardpoint. Move out. Hardpoint locked down. We have the lead.
Oh yes, we're playing Hardpoint. Playing Hardpoint. We're not playing TDM or Kill Confirmed. We are playing Hardpoint. I'm so used to playing TDM. So used. Right, I'm expecting them to come around. Oh, that could have been a 3-piece. I have an Elgato. The PC that I use, my gaming, it's not a gaming laptop, but it's my recording laptop. According to the Elgato website, is not powerful enough to do streaming. So I have to, I need a quad-core i7. And I only have I think probably a dual-core i5 with hyper-threading.
Hardpoint is in enemy hands. Grenades first!
Oh. In the past, when I've gamed on EA servers, I found that I had to set it to preemptive 30% to get good gaming experience on Battlefield 4. I can't talk about Battlefield 1 because I haven't gamed it yet. Right, what are we doing? We're doing Hardpoint, not TDM. Oops.
Recon aloft. We have eyes in the sky.
And of course, the Hardpoint has changed location.
Recon airborne. Seize and defend the
So red
hardpoint.
dot. Can't run that fast enough. He's killed him.
We're losing the fight. Fighter aircraft ready. Call for a strafing run. Hardpoint is secure.
Oh,
He's on
no, brother.
mission underway.
I'll tell you one of the things that can be a bit placebo with connections, because sometimes, you know, it's so easy to rage and curse, and I'm not saying there isn't connection problems with the game, but just like I proved there, my aim was just terribly off, and sometimes just lowering your sensitivity on your aim by 1 or 2 notches makes the difference from bad games to good games.
Over there. We have the momentum. Incoming enemy artillery. Get to cover. Enemy holds the hard point.
Oh, of course they hold it on. Oh, hi Wyatt, thanks for subscribing. Right, so I'm just going to knock down my sensitivity by 1, because it's like, am I playing badly? Is it just connections because all the servers are going off? I don't know. Oh, I got YouTube! Man. Oh dear. No, that's friendly. I can seriously feel like I've dialed it down by 1 on sensitivity, but I'll persevere for a sec. And I'll probably put it back up again. But sometimes I do find it's just that the sensitivity is too high. And right, we ain't doing this way. Let's go this way.
New hardpoint. Flush out the enemy. Enemy recon aircraft observed. Hardpoint is in enemy hands. He's leaving cover. Hardpoint in allied hands. Hardpoint is in enemy hands. Hardpoint
Right.
locked down.
The good news appears that we've all spawned this direction. Well, you can see the recoil on that. It's got a lot of recoil. Right, PPSH. So I'm not countering the recoil enough.
Hardpoint is getting overrun. Need reinforcements. Enemy holds the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Behind. I have used the Shark right now. Obviously this is the PS4 that I'm streaming on, but I am using an Xbox One Elite controller. My Shark paddle broke. And therefore I have a Cronus Max Plus, so that allows me to use one controller on all three consoles, so PS4, Xbox One, and the PS3. Yeah, I do have a bit of an evil laugh, and it can sound a bit worse at times. Even more evil.
Hardpoint's getting overrun. Need reinforcements. Hardpoint's getting overrun. Need reinforcements. New hardpoint. Flush out the enemy.
Ooh,
Enemy holds the hardpoint. Care package on the way.
that was so
Protect the drop
close.
zone.
That little play that I just did there with like 3 people on a drop, that's what
Hardpoint's getting overrun. Need
Call of
reinforcements.
Duty should be like,
Seize and defend the hardpoint.
for me. It feels awesome when that happens.
Seize and defend the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
Alright. Try and get back to that hard point. We're winning! Woo! We're winning!
Hardpoint is in enemy hands.
Oh,
Perfect shot. Think I got him.
there's definitely not the way to go, but got their attention, focused.
Move out.
Oh!
I think he's down.
Oh. Oh. Gotta have a head on a swivel.
Fire in the hole.
Come on, teammates. I need backup. I need backup.
Over there.
And we won. Woo!
Great work. They are in full retreat.
Yeah, so I've in the past on the PS3 I had a scuff controller, and that did me pretty well. It lasted pretty good, and then I got a shark controller on the Xbox One. I did a build quality video for that post, 1 year later. Wasn't so impressed with it. Got a shark controller for the PS4. I gave it a chance. If you ever get a shark, don't get ITS. Get a traditional trigger stop. It may look ugly, but it's much more reliable than that ITS. The ITS just breaks within like 30 days, or just after 30 days, or no, 3 months or whatever. As soon as their warranty's up, it'll break. And I had it repaired 3 times, and then the paddles actually broke on me. Or on the left paddle, because unlike the Xbox controller, the PS4 controller has got that curved bit at the back, and therefore the paddles undergo more stress when you're pressing it, and it snaps straight along that curved bit. You'll see it in the video. I got an Xbox One Elite controller that I use. I love the paddles. I've really got used to it. It did take me a little while to get used to an Xbox controller compared to a PS4 or PS3 controller, because I, so to speak, grew up on the PlayStation from a controller perspective. But I love it, and having a Cronus Max, you've seen it disconnect a couple of times, unfortunately, and hopefully that's it. It would do that. Unfortunately, it shouldn't do, but it does. And then I can use that controller on my PlayStation 3, PS4, Xbox One. I could use it on the 360 too, and of course I can connect this up to my PC and use it for PC gaming without the Cronus Max. Therefore I don't have to muck about too much with sensitivities and stuff, and if this controller ever goes wrong, I only have to buy one controller, and it lasts, it serves 4 gaming machines. That's the way I look at it. Quite happy.
Let's go.
And no, I'm not sponsored by Microsoft. Oh dear. Well, we're playing TDM now, aren't we?
fire superiority.
Oh, we're playing kill confirmed. We're playing kill confirmed. I was so much into my thing. We're playing kill confirmed. Wow. It's going to be the last game of the day. We're playing kill confirmed. My first and only game. Oh.
Kill confirmed. We're breaking their backs. Kill confirmed.
Traditionally, kill confirmed is my kind of game mode. And I used to get in the old CODs fairly good score with it. Certainly on when it was hardcore.
Kill confirmed. Kill confirmed.
Right, I heard German voices. Trying to figure out where they're going to spawn. Ugh. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, normally sort of gold and thing, but they're sort of like what, red and green? Oh, oh, ah. Oh dear. Oh dear. What do you think about like the hit marker dots? Oh, come on. It's mine, I killed him. That's the one thing I'd always hate about like kill confirmed. Is people would grab your tags for the kill and deprive you and the team of the score streak you're going to call in.
Kill confirmed. Enemy recon aircraft observed.
Whoa!
Kill confirmed.
I nearly didn't kill him. Too many of us are that way. I'm hoping this year, for once, for me to really figure out how to navigate the map efficiently and know where enemies are coming from. That's what I'm hoping to do. Why aren't you collecting that tag? Is that because you think it's being camped?
Kill confirmed. Recon aircraft ready for mission. Recon aloft. We have eyes in the sky. They're moving. Recon searching for targets.
Yeah, the greeny colour seems okay. I'm curious to know. I guess because your team on the minimap is green. Oh, that is why. Right, I'm gonna let them drop it, and then I'm gonna drop mine. Oh, two! Sweet, nice. Oh no, he's an AFK. Oh, you're upstairs. Ah, I couldn't believe that. That was an easy kill. Oh, at least we got a UAV.
Recon airborne. Dropping Azon bomb.
Well, you still get a high points value for getting back your own tank then, 125 points.
Protect the drop zone.
Oh! You can tell how low it is my sensitivity.
Recon
You can tell. Oh! I thought that was a friendly.
Recon airborne. Kill confirmed. Great
Yay,
work.
we
are
won.
in full retreat.
I know it might be considered too early, but compared to Infinite Warfare, I think this is going to draw back a lot of original Call of Duty gamers for sure, because if there was a mass exodus with Infinite Warfare, you could say that any Call of Duty would cause more interest, but this one I do think will give more interest. But I suspect a lot of people will go, we're going to wait for launch, we're going to wait until people tell us what the maps are, and I think that is it. I'll see if I can get us into one final game, but I'm expecting it to say it's closed. Ooh, it's still up, it's still up. Because it's 6, so I was expecting it to close, so one bonus game. Yeah, so I suspect a lot of people will wait until the game comes out, what the reviews are like 1-2 weeks, probably down a month down the line. You know, has whatever the problem, typically been connection, right? Has it been sorted? Is it all good now?
Team deathmatch.
That's what I'm expecting. For that additional purchasing to occur post-launch. But at the moment, I'm definitely excited for this game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also curious, because I bought an Xbox One X, how this game is going to play
We're breaking their backs.
on that, you know, visually, how good is the graphics going to be.
We lost fire superiority. We're dominating them. Keep pushing.
Because I'm expecting it to be upscaled, or should I say, you know, even though I don't own a 4K monitor or anything like that. Yeah. You know, because of the super sampling, so I'm expecting it to be rendered with the higher quality, higher textures. Because if they don't, for this game, there's going to be a lot of questions going, you're deliberately, yeah, I know, I've got a bonus game here, so we'll see what happens. So, you know, Activision or, in this case, crap, Sledgehammer Games, there'll be a lot of question marks saying, why are you deliberately not... My Xbox that's accidentally on. Why are you not supporting the Xbox One X? But we'll wait until the game comes out and see what it is. But there'll be a lot of questions and a lot of bad publicity if that was the case, if they decided to only do optimization for the PS4. But since the game's coming out on PC, it makes no sense that they would do a stupid move like that. Absolutely none whatsoever. Trying to chase him. Right, now I'm expecting somebody from this direction. Oh, there was a guy behind me too as well, I think. That's why I turned around, because I could hear footsteps and I couldn't see a friendly on the minimap. I don't know if you can hear those footsteps now that I've got the sound balance about right.
Recon airborne, searching for targets.
Because I got the impression from yesterday's live stream that a lot of you couldn't hear it, and it's like, how the heck are you hearing people where, you know, you're going up. I'm trying to stop compulsive reloading, I really am.
Protect the drop zone.
I think no, it's my own footsteps now.
Firing for full effect. Target zone locked.
Oh, I couldn't do it. Right, you coming up the top, you going down the bottom.
Strafing run inbound.
Oh, you're over there. I love stuff like that. I find it a lot of fun. Right.
Recon searching for targets.
Well, I eventually got him. Grenade. It's like I generally don't go up in a bunker because I try to avoid it because
Recon
it's
airborne. Recon aircraft scrambled.
dangerous.
Recon searching for targets.
Ooh. Is that effectively like an advanced UAV? Huh.
Popping Fritz Expo. Strafing run inbound.
Oh, what a waste.
Care package descending. Protect the drop zone. Recon flight concluded.
How do I survive? Oh my goodness.
Recon airborne.
Ah. So I do wonder what I'm going to do for the next couple of months, having,
Fritz
for
Expo
once,
mission
enjoyed
underway.
gaming, you know, much more than I have done for the past, I'll say, year or whatever, because I've got something exciting to play. We won!
We
So if that's going to be, yeah, that's why I do think I might be trying out Battlefield and obviously play a few games myself first to figure out the controls, get some idea of that, and maybe use Twitch, because that's got an app to broadcast from the Xbox itself straight up to Twitch. I don't think YouTube do an app to do that. I may be wrong. There you go. That's the playlist update now, and that is the beta done. That's what I'm expecting, because that's exactly what happened last time round. Game was restarted. Apply a new update. There we go. Officially over. We've got to wait to November the 3rd now. Yeah, so I got Battlefield 1 Deluxe because it was on offer, and I bought it with Titanfall 2 because it was like a combined pack and everything was on offer, and it was effectively like £35 each for the deluxe version, so 70 quid overall, compared to when it was on PS4 for £150. So I was like, well, okay, I'll get it, because at least the campaign must be good. But I haven't actually fired up the game yet, but I probably won't get the DLC for it until I've played the game and I know that it's good. But yeah, there's mixed feelings on it, but that's a potential. Or alternatively, I might actually do some Titanfall 2 and play that game, because I do like that game. It's different, but I guess I'll have feedback from you guys what you want to see. Do you want to see some Black Ops 3 or Call of Duty Ghosts, if I can get some games on that? Not so keen on Infinite Warfare, because I will rage and curse and swear and won't be YouTube friendly unless I suddenly figure out how to really master that game substantially. Modern Warfare Remastered, yeah. I've hardly played that. Obviously, you guys who've been with me knew that I did my first ever playthrough sort of thing of the campaign, because it was like, for me, it was like Renaissance and all that sort of thing, of going back and playing the campaign that you played years ago, and I did that. So yeah, well, I could do that, because at least I can do that on this. I may have a go with Twitch at some point as well, with the Battlefield, just to see how that goes, for like subscriber interaction and all that jazz. No idea how to do it. I'm figuring out the streaming front as it is, but it looks like I can stream using the Xbox, and certainly when I have the One X, there's plenty of horsepower there, because you're only getting this at 720p and not 1080p. And having looked at this share play, or I think that's what it's called, for the recordings that you can do for 15 minutes, it looks like it's 30 FPS that it's saving at, 30 frames per second, and not 60. It's very noticeable on the playback, but I do have an excellent gameplay of that with me doing live commentary, because I was still like testing out the audio and then listening back to it later on. I wish I'd get another game, but that's it. It's done. It's done the update, and they've switched the beta off. But overall, I've enjoyed this beta. I know there's a mixed feeling within the community on it. For some, the issues was the maps were too small for weekend one. For others, it's connection. And I'm hoping that they, have gathered sufficiently the data, and that people have actually said yes or no to the questionnaires when it comes up and says, did you enjoy this game? So as soon as I'm not on a dedicated server, or it played terrible, I'll say no. So that hopefully that correlates with the data that they've captured at that particular time, to figure out, oh, okay, peer-to-peer, everybody's complaining about peer-to-peer, and disliking it. The dislike rate is higher on peer-to-peer than it is when they're on a dedicated server, and they can look at the data and try and figure out what's not right and fix it, 'cause it's got 2 months to fix it. That's the good news. Unlike Infinity Ward, who's, as a studio, is not who they were when Call of Duty 4 was there. and it went downhill post Modern Warfare 2 when they all disbanded, and that's why you got Titanfall now. Their capability as a studio is in my mind, technically, is in serious question from not just a software development, you know, how well they can write code, but a project management and testing and QA, the whole software lifecycle. As you guys probably realize, I developed software for a living in the past. I still get involved in the software development, but I oversee it from a different perspective these days. But I still interact with software developers and stuff. So I was very disappointed with the way Infinity Ward did their game. And as I said, I'm sure in one of my videos near the launch of Infinite Warfare, it's always so, I suspect lots of people will do the whole Infinity Warfare and Infinite Ward and things, you know, mixing it up because the names are so close for the studio and the name of the game. Anyway, and I've lost my train of thought. But yes, so normally when there's issues with the game, from having followed Call of Duty through its life more closely from Modern Warfare 3 onwards, for me, if they don't fix the game within the first month, the first 4 weeks, then whatever the big issue is, whatever it is, it's not going to get fixed. From a Call of Duty perspective, I've seen it time after time after time. I mean, when Modern Warfare 3 came out, and that was an Infinity Ward game, that had connection issues big time at launch. Lots of hate for the game, but they managed to fix it sufficiently enough that then that game got played to death. Hi Jamie. Yeah, cheers, man. So this is my first. Well, I say my first stream, but this weekend as I gave streaming a go, and I think personally it's gone a lot better than I thought it was going to be, because I've been umming and ahhing it for like ages. Should I do it? And you guys all supported me and said yes when I asked the question, should I do it? Because I'm not a nuclear gameplay person. I don't go for. I'm not Quickscoper. I don't do what do you call it, nuclears and all that jazz. But it's the engagement with you guys, and that you can ask me questions and I can interact and we can share our thoughts. It's more dynamic, so it's definitely interesting for me. It really is. So going back to whether they're, you know, if there's a serious issue within the first month of this game's launch, and they don't fix it, then the game will go die in a similar way. So if it's the same kind of thing like with the Infinite Warfare, it'd be bad news. But I think the way that Sledgehammer Games has been interacting with the community compared to previous studios, you know, they've been using Reddit predominantly to communicate out stuff and get feedback from the community. I think that's a positive move, a real positive move for the franchise, and I think they had to do it. And whether Activision had any say or strong direction / you will do this in the background, who knows? Because obviously after the disaster that Infinite Warfare was, yeah, they had to do something. So the positive thing is that they're fixing it now. So it'd be good to see that in future, to see that there is good continuous engagement, because obviously EA went through the same thing with Battlefield 4. The whole community just went, oh my god, because we had Battlefield 4, and then we had Battlefield Hardline, which was like the cops and robbers version of Battlefield, which was that type of thing. But they 2 years after launch, they went back during that time, and they brought out CTE, which is the community test environment, and effectively beta tested new maps or tweaked maps and new score streaks, all the various player mechanics, and hi Savage, and they did that and made Battlefield 4 a better Battlefield than it was at launch. And they did that like 2 years down the line, where with Call of Duty you got a month, and if they don't fix it then it's just tweaks here and there, but the big issue doesn't get fixed. So it's going to be interesting to see how Sledgehammer Games plays out with this particular game, providing they address it all and they fix it. I think the future of COD is looking a lot brighter than it was. Yeah, you can wind back the scrolly bar on the stream, and I think it's got a 4 hours thingamajiggy to wind back to be able to watch the stream in the past, so to speak, whilst it's still live, because it takes, when I stop streaming, it'll take an hour or so for YouTube to do its encoding before it becomes available again as a video per se to watch as ordinary. And today's stream is going to be split into 2 little bits because the game crashed on me, and as soon as the game crashed, that meant the stream finished early in the first 10 minutes. So that was fun. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys agreed with me on that stuff. You've only just got the beta code now. That's crazy. Oh, that'd be cool. Thanks very much, Savage. Hi, Andrew. So what do you guys think? You know, having heard me just do a spiel there, almost like a monologue. No, the beta has just been turned off officially. It was 6 PM tonight, and it's over. We got to wait to November the 3rd before we can play it. So we got to wait 2 months. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But if you only got a beta code today, that right now, that just sucks. And I know they had beta code problems again. And it's like, really? You had this like last time? You know, if you got the conspiracy theories out there, well, I haven't read any, but you'd go, well, the deliberately traditional retail sending it out a day later to encourage you to pay that £10 more to go and buy the digital version, because it's even a bigger win, I guess, because the costs digitally is going to be a lot lower. There's no printing, there's no cases, there's no physical disc, and when I originally bought digital for the first time, which was Black Ops 3, I'll tell you the reason I bought Black Ops 3 digitally, because was it Ghost before that? No, it wasn't. It was Advanced Warfare. So I can't remember now whether I only did it on Black Ops 3 or I did it on Advanced Warfare. I can't remember. No, I did it on Black Ops 3. So when I bought Ghosts, you know, I normally buy it from a very well-known game retailer. Clue in the sentence there. And they shipped me the game 1 week late. Lost in the post, whatever, and therefore I couldn't bring any video footage or anything to you guys, and it was very frustrating. And so when I could see how much my channel grew every time there's a new Call of Duty that comes out, and it's like, I can't take the chance of it being lost and having to wait another week. I decided to go digital, and because of course they had the beta then. That was the first time they brought back the beta, wasn't it? Black Ops 3. So there was no beta for Advanced Warfare. So yeah, but having gained various games so far, I mean, Treyarch I have quite a bit of trust in now. Generally like their games. I've been really bad recently, not having not played the single player campaigns. It's terrible. But I've been playing a lot more multiplayer. But I got faith in Treyarch, and I think the majority of the community does. Sledgehammer Games, this is their second cell phone Call of Duty, so it's gonna be questionable. Obviously Sledgehammer Games got completely hammered bad joke over Advanced Warfare for their skill-based matchmaking, because it was all about skill and sod the connections. You know, we'll pair you up with a 5 KD player on the other side of the world. Have fun trying to kill him with bullets going nowhere. You know, pea shooters. So yeah. just scrolling through. So I really feel for you not getting the beta until now. That's just really, really bad. But I saw somewhere of mentions of if there's a weekend 3, or do you just think that's for the PC? I'm just trying to scroll through a really teeny window on my laptop. You think you think that's just for the PC, the beta for weekend 3? On general, I don't want to use the typical sentence like when the game plays well, it plays well, and when it doesn't, it doesn't. I found on the whole, I'll say somewhere between 80% to 90%, the game for me personally, when I am playing solo, is playing well. And when I'm not, when I'm in a party, then that's when the game's code get exposed more and it feels that it doesn't play so well. That's my personal experience of it. I haven't played Advanced Warfare for a little while. I can't remember. I would say Advanced Warfare felt like typical, certainly in the beginning of the launch, it felt more like Treyarch style COD, i.e. More bullets to kill. This feels like it's in the right kind of zone. The time to kill feels about sort of like Ghost. It's between Ghosts and Black Ops 3, I guess. So not too many bullets, but not too few. You know what I mean? So hardcore should be probably 2 to 3 bullets to kill, and this game feels about right on the time to kill, personally for me. Skill-based matchmaking, yeah, for me, and obviously the last few games were a little bit hit and miss here and there, depending on who I got connected up with. Do I miss Clan Wars? I did enjoy Clan Wars, but the thing for me personally, because connections is important, I think they should have like I don't know, when they do the Clan Wars, they should do it within the countries or group of countries that are within a similar time zone, because you know, having to game 24/7 to win within your, I'm going to say division, because that's what they used to call it in Clan Wars, is crazy, and you have to have a lot of dedication from clan members. So part of me misses it, part of me doesn't, and the other part of me says, well, do the, what do they call it, league play type thing, and do that instead, or use that kind of mechanism instead. Still trying to scroll up and down the comments. Yeah, Jamie, it'll be really cool to catch up with you. I'll chat to you on Xbox. Right. Okay, that's a first. I must be doing too well to get somebody coming in promoting their channel. Oh man, yeah. I know it's 6 p.m. I had to Google it, as you do, for different time zones, because obviously they normally talk about American time zones, and I have to Google it and type, so at 6 p.m. PT to GMT to figure out when this thing was going to end, to figure out when I was going to stream. Hi Lewis, it's been going really well. I got one game of kill confirmed towards the end of the stream, so when you wind it back you can see it. They have green tags instead of gold tags, and my thought is because on the minimap your friendlies are all green, so they're doing green tags to say it's a friendly tag. The red tags are per the red dots for the bad side. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I feel for you. I feel the same, that in Europe when they do the betas it feels very from a time perspective, when it starts, when it finishes, it feels very American biased. Typically, I'm not hating. I'm just saying that's how it feels, and so it's focused on optimizing the playability for America to get maximum playtime for Americans and forget the rest of the world. That's how it can feel personally to me, but I'm sure some of it's also down to other reasons for, you know, data analysis, etc. But that's how it feels, because yes, it would have been great for it, because most people are working today. Normally I'm working today, but I've got today off, and so I could do a couple of hours streaming and have a go. I would have missed it. I would have missed it completely today, but I played it on Xbox earlier, just for an hour and a teeny weeny bit, and it was still very playable on the Xbox, and that was not with me deliberately not using the geo filter, because I didn't want to go through server Netduma reboots or anything like that when switching consoles, so I left it off, and it played pretty well with just using the typical congestion control setting, which is preemptive 80% for me. It played reasonable. Wasn't perfect, but it played reasonable. So the whole you know, getting your lowest millisecond does help. Obviously the geo filter does make a definite difference. I wish it had gone to midnight, because it would have been cool. It really would have been, and it would have got a lot more European feedback. I guess in some ways maybe that's why they started it a day early, so at least they had the Thursday evening type gaming feedback, but it wasn't playing that well. But there we go. Yeah, Lewis, I would have loved to seen A7 what he would have thought. It's a shame. It's a shame that he passed away just recently. Yeah, it would have been cool. Yeah, you guys got any more questions? Hi Phil with Fair, and should we raise the beta? With Twisted Thistle saying that there might be a potential of a third week of the beta, or another weekend. Potentially not, but if in 2 weekends time there's nothing, then yeah, probably delete it. But for now, if you've got plenty of disk space, leave it on there maybe, but I doubt they're going to do it. But and they might just be for the PC, but I don't. Rumors are rumors. I haven't seen this rumor, but obviously you guys tend to see stuff that I don't see. We all get exposed to different elements of, I'll call it social media, and different websites that we engage in and all that jazz. I mean, without my subscribers, I would have heard about the Netduma too late, and then wouldn't have been able to get my hands on it. Because of you guys telling me stuff like that, is when I actually went and did a sit in front of the PC. Most likely, I'll probably do another Duma vid. It seems to be demanded. That Sim does a Duma video every time, or a lag comp video every time a new Call of Duty comes out. Because I was fielding a lot of questions the other night on a stream, I'm probably going to do a recap video of all the little nuggets. I'm going to have to sit down and probably script it out and say here's all those little pieces of nuances that Sim's communicated about over time about the Netduma, and say these are the things to do, not do, be aware of, and see how that goes. Battlefield 1, wow, I'm sure if I'm going to fire up Battlefield 1 on the Xbox, at least I can tell you then what it's like. I've got to figure out how to manage and boot somebody. I think it's a bot. Can I click on that person? No. Yeah, so the thing at the moment, and this is my speculation, is like I got ping assist off, and that's me just because I want the Netduma to do less processing, because I'm not sure how overloaded the CPU is. Is it running like if you could bring up a task manager and see it like you do on Windows and see the CPU at 100%, I want it to be not overloaded, not near 100%. I want the performance and all the data packets coming through in a very good manner. But it's like more features I turn on, how's the performance being impacted? And it's like I just turned it off for this, and it's like normally I'd set it to like, well, for this I would probably set it to 15 milliseconds max. Maybe 30 max for the 60 hertz thing. But it depends how far away they are to you and how far away the server is, and I don't know how to kick that robot. I guess it's one side. I'll treat it as flattery, the robot being in here. But it's annoying at the same time. I'm not sure if I understand the question when you say, do you want PlayStation Network or PlayStation Network PA? I'm not quite sure I understand what you're asking. Ooh. Well, I think I just figured out how to block the robot. Yay. Sweet. Oh god. They're all at it now. Yeah, so I'm not sure I understood what the question was. But yeah. Yeah. Unbelievable. That I might need mods in future. I've uploaded so many videos. It's sometimes it's a bit tricky. What about the ping assist? Or yeah, ping assist. Yeah, so back in the day when I used ping assist, I would have said with older Call of Duties that you would probably want to set the ping assist value to no higher than your own ping, I guess. So when you're pinging a dedicated server or doing because you want to play with gamers that are in your own category of connection and latency. So this is predominantly for solo gaming, I guess, because it's Call of Duty and gaming in parties. Yeah, the beta end of the day. Yeah, it's sad, but it has. So when you're gaming in parties, it's much more hit and miss. Then you end up having to, I find personally, having to play around with different congestion control settings to slide around to find something that gels with a party, because it's like you're trying to balance a scale on a pile of ice cubes, or quicksand or whatever. It's tricky to figure out what's good, and sometimes you just can't do it. Sometimes it can just be down to one member of the party who's got a moderate or strict NAT, and it just screws the entire party over. But going back to ping assist, gaming solo, let's imagine that your ping when you do like speed test or DSL reports says that your ping is generally 30 milliseconds. I'd say set your ping assist to 30 milliseconds or maybe slightly lower. But typically the idea of ping assist when it originally launched was to connect to dedicated servers that Netduma didn't know about. So if you're typically connecting to dedicated servers, like in my case, the dedicated server in my country is, I'll round it up, 8 milliseconds for me. So I'd maybe set the ping assist to, let's say, 10 to allow it for a little bit of jitter. But when I connect to France's dedicated server, that's more 25 to 30 milliseconds, and for me, but obviously a lot quicker for them. So they're like, you know, they are 60% faster connections to their dedicated server than I am, you know, because I'm going to be 30 milliseconds to them, and they're going to be 10 milliseconds to their own dedicated server, and hence they can see you and kill you super fast. So that's what I would say with ping assist. Set it to a value that is just slightly more than the ping associated with the dedicated server that you play with. But I always encourage people to experiment, and that's why I can call them a guide. I don't say you must do this. So sometimes you'll find ping assist. So certainly at the beginning of a launch of a game, probably have it on, and see what happens. Experiment, have it on, have it off, see what happens. Oh man, oh man. Blocked. So yeah, so it's yeah. So I'm probably going to end the stream there. Do drop some like comments down below on the video once it goes live, so to speak, live when I stop the stream and then I post it up later on. Drop comments down on what other games you would like me to stream in future between now and when the World War II arrives on November the 3rd, because I will be there. It'll be interesting. I might actually stream the first couple of games, you know, when it goes live at midnight on on November the 3rd, maybe. Depends what day it is, because I might not be able to. I don't have a stream donate button as far as I know. The whole streaming thing is new to me. I don't know if that's a channel thing, because I think that feature that you're thinking of, I don't think I've got accessible, or it's not available to me. There's this thing called Super Chat that I haven't enabled yet, that gives people highlighted comments and they pay some money for it or something. But predominantly I'm not into YouTube to make money, although every penny helps, you know, offset costs for internet and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, definitely smash the like button. So when I stop the stream later and YouTube finishes re-encoding the live stream as a video, then drop comments on what games you want me to see me stream between now and the next Call of Duty for ideas and stuff. I may also investigate Twitch. I have set up a Twitch account just in case. You know, because I didn't want somebody else grabbing it and then having, you know, your brand stolen from you. So yeah, I think for the Xbox that's the option that I've got at this point in time. So I may give that a whirl and see how that goes. So I got games. What I might do is post up a list of games that I own on the PS4 and the Xbox One as inspiration, or so you know what games I have available to me on those two consoles that are predominantly going to be shooters. I do have some other games that I've not even played yet, but that would be weird because pretty much there's a single player campaign type game, so I'd be doing the multiplayer games on stream. That would make sense because campaigns you would have to concentrate and listen and get into, you know, so like a game by yourself type thing, where multiplayer take it less serious, you know, to some degree. Still want to win, yeah. but it's been interesting for the past 3 days to interact with my subscribers on the chat. It really has been. It's a bit annoying. There's a bit of latency there between when I say and when you get that and then interact, but I have to have it on that setting to give the highest quality streaming experience. Anyway, it's been a pleasure to have streamed the beta for the past 3 days with you guys. Thank you very much for your support, and until next time, this has been Sim. And my controller gives me trouble. Thanks, everybody.